Getting a customer is expensive. Companies spend a lot of their budget, high percentage of their budget, reaching out trying to get customers, to get people to come to them for the first time. Companies, unfortunately, in a lot of cases, don't spend that much time trying to keep the customer. And it's interesting because the cost of retaining the customer, cost of keeping a customer happy is always less than finding a new customer. So when you have a customer, you've captured them, you've got their interest, you've got them buying your product, they know you. It's more important to keep them happy, as we talked about in some of the earlier sessions, keep them happy, to understand that what they want is to keep them happy so that their experience is positive. And they won't go away, and they won't tell their friends not to deal with you. You know, it used to be that I would, if I wasn't happy at a location, I'd go and tell my friends, and they'd tell their friends, and the snowball would go downhill. And now it's done on social media. You can go on to Yelp, you can go on to Angie's List, you can go on a number of lists and give a negative review of people or products or services. So when you have a customer and they're not happy, a friend of mine, he owns a business that supplies the Wine of the Month Club. They supply wine every month to customers, and they buy lists from companies, sometimes from credit card companies, sometimes from universities. They'll buy different lists, and the value that they put on each individual in the list is dependent upon the opportunity, the chance, or the likeliness that they're going to purchase their product. They then hit a mass group of people trying to capture a customer. And a lot of these companies, they'll give out for their first order, you get 6 bottles of wine. Back in the day of records and CD tapes, people would join clubs, and every month they get a record. But the first time they did it, they get 5 records or 6 records. Those records were free, or they were $1 a piece, which is a great value. So I'd buy the 6 records. Then for the rest of my life, I'd get records. Back here behind me, I have a series of books from Time Life that is on photography. I bought 1, got 3. So I bought 1, got 2 free. And then for the next year and a half, I got a book every month. Because getting that book every month, I was paying for that. So the cost of the 3 ones that I got up front was insignificant. Retaining the customer, keeping the customer. And in most cases, in situations like that, and we find that now with subscriptions, you'll subscribe to a TV channel, you'll subscribe to a service, you'll subscribe to something online, and then you forget about it. You forget that it's there, you forget that you have it, and every month you're getting hit with it. When I worked for the French Railroad and leasing containers, we had customers that had leased a container, a stainless steel container they put liquid in for 20 years. They could have bought the container 12 times at least, but they continued to rent it. In a lot of cases, we feel they just forgot about it sitting in the yard somewhere, but automatically they're paying us. So keeping that customer. Now, if a customer comes to us and is not happy, how do I make them happy? Remember, one bad review can have a huge impact on your business. A lot of times your positive customers don't take the time to review. They're busy doing other things. But if somebody's not happy, they're going to make sure the world knows about it. We had a situation where a customer received a stainless steel tank from us. The tank was dented. We had offered them a chance to package the tank in a crate. They weren't willing to pay the difference. The truck left, arrived at his facilities. A week later, 2 weeks later actually, we got a notice from him saying that the container was dented. Well, first of all, we didn't know if that happened on the truck or not, because he didn't make a claim on the truck when it arrived that it was dented. And second of all, it was out of our control. And then third, he had the chance to package it better. We told him, no, we're not going to pay a claim. We're not going to honor it. He got mad. He went out and posted and said, these people do not have good customer service. I had a claim. They didn't honor it. We had to then go back and try and figure out how we're going to get that customer happy, because that one review, that one negative review impacted our business as other good customers saw it. They said, or other potential customers saw it. They'd see it and go, well, they don't have good customer service. I had hundreds of companies out there that say we had good customer service. Most of them did not take the time to post. So making sure that when you have a customer, you keep them happy. There's one of the things we talk about, the customer is always right, even when they're wrong. And when they're wrong, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. And ultimately, they'll find that they made a mistake, that they were wrong. And at that point in time, when they realize that they're wrong, but you still honored their integrity and you still honored their ability to, or their desires, they'll be indebted to you. Okay, I was wrong. I realize it now. How can I make it up to them? So the customer's right even when it's wrong.